Dr. Travis Ritt, President of the Faculty Senate, who will introduce the Alumnus of the Year.
I did not write this 30 minutes ago. As a trained historian, I long ago learned, find the right person with the historical knowledge, let them do the writing, and then simply stand in front of people and speak it like it's your own. So thank you to whoever wrote this bio for me. Graduates, family, my fellow faculty, including Joel Glassman. For Richard Borovitz, our 2018 Alumnus of the Year, Palomar College marked the beginning of a remarkable journey that took him to Berkeley, South America, Europe, Israel, and then right back here to San Marcos. With a varied career and wide-ranging interests, Richard has always valued education and spent years serving at Palomar as a member of the President's Associates, the Palomar College Foundation Board of Directors, the Friends of the Palomar College Arboretum. I've struggled over that word my entire life. I nailed it. Yes. And as a member of the Proposition M Independent Citizens Oversight Committee. Richard was born in San Diego and attended Palomar College after graduating from Vista High School, then earned his degree in political science at UC Berkeley in 1963. He spent 2.5 years working in Los Angeles as a public health advisor before leaving for South America. There he served with the United States Agency for International Development and the Peace Corps. From South America, he boarded a freighter and spent another year traveling across Europe, which culminated with several months working on a kibbutz in Israel. When Richard was a boy, his father had bought a 120-acre farm in Bonsall. And even though Richard had studied to become a social analyst, he never outgrew his agricultural roots. Shortly after returning to California, he was hired to help develop and manage the 1,240-acre Fairbanks Ranch in Rancho Santa Fe. In 1970, Richard designed his first drip irrigation field, and in 1978, he would launch his own company, Agricultural Irrigation Systems, which has been helping local farmers irrigate their crops for 40 years. Richard married the love of his life, Mary Chittister, and in 1978, they purchased a 7-acre orange grove near Palomar College, where the couple still lives and grows organic oranges today. Their 3 children all graduated from UC schools. From 1984 until 2000, the family owned and operated Gourmet Gardens, a 20-acre farm in the Twin Oaks Valley, and in the mid-1990s, Richard returned to Palomar to help maintain and promote the Arboretum here. He has been serving as a volunteer leader at Palomar ever since. I had the honor of being able to speak with Richard for a few minutes as we walked up here, and if you want to know the history of North County, if you want to know what it was like in Vista and in East Oceanside and in Bonsall, when it was all agricultural, and when you could ride your horse from Bonsall to Vista, he's the man to talk to. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce you to Richard Borovitz.
Wow. Well, it's a beautiful day. I'd like to thank those that selected me to be Alumni of the Year. Any recognition you get as an old man is welcome. Did you come to school to gain knowledge? There is so much information, we're overloaded. Prior to 1900, it took 100 years for knowledge to double. Then by World War II, knowledge was doubling every 25 years. And now it's generally thought that knowledge doubles every year. How can we human beings keep up and decipher what's fake news and be ready for robots and artificial intelligence? And is it true that what we learn today is out of date tomorrow? Can we get filled up? No more space for information overload, just confusion. We all have brains. How do we use them? What knowledge gives us understanding? What knowledge does not change with time? Is justice different times? Is love? As Gertrude Stein said long ago, a rose is a rose is a rose. which kind of means a thing of beauty lasts forever. What is right, it said, is right. It's never wrong to do the right thing. Some knowledge is power. What kind of knowledge is that? You keep learning. The original meaning of the word philosophy is the love of knowledge. Pretty soon, you find that you kind of know a lot. You see a lot. A man who worked with me on this Rancho Zorro, years ago, Juan Serrano, we were doing work and he looked over and said, "Mire, el que no sabe es como uno que no ve." He who doesn't know is like one who doesn't see. The more you know, the more you see, and maybe even vice versa. What I'm trying to give is a justification for continuing to learn your entire life. When I was in my early 20s, I always remember a place on this island in Tobago. It was sort of primitive back then. And we were at a party and I was talking with a young woman. After a while, her brother comes over and says, "Hey sis, what's he got in him?" In other words, what did I think and value and believe and understand? What kind of character did I have? That experience has stayed with me my entire life. How deep were these folks with so few material things? What do you have in you? Who are you? What do you know about love and family, building a house, growing a garden, any number of things? Do you know about economics? What is wealth and money and greed? How do you feel about yourself? Are you good enough? Who are you comparing yourself to? It's pretty clear to me that life is a journey and time only goes in one direction. When you reach my age, you know that there is not a lot of time left. I have many good memories. You are making the memories of your old age now. You're in the process of creating yourselves. I learned long ago you can hang a lot of this knowledge in 3 areas. You learn about who you are, what you feel, what's going on inside you. Number 2, you learn about yourself and others, your relationships. And number 3, learning about you in relation to the world or nature. Hopefully, these kind of connections will give understanding and meaning to your existence. I can only say it is for you to be here now. Are you here now? It is for you to know whether that wherever you go in life, there you are. It is for you to question. It is for you to ultimately understand and grow wise or not. It's pretty clear that the more you know, the better off you are and the more fulfilled you feel. As my mother used to say, nobody can take knowledge away from you. So be you, do what you love, do the best you can, look after one another, and support each other as global citizens, and make a better world for your children than we did for you. Thank you for the honor and the opportunity to say a few words.